What's going on, YouTube gang? It's Mellow DFS coming to you live and direct, here to give you my plays for today's 7-game main slate. Today is the 17th of January. Hope everybody's having a great Friday to start off their weekend and hopefully cash and do well, man. So hopefully y'all like the video. Please subscribe if you're new or supporting the channel, man. I appreciate the love. Press that bell icon so you always stay notified for new videos. All right, let's jump into it. Going to the point guard slot. Got to look into Toronto going against Washington. If Van Vliet is out, right now he's questionable, but if he's out, of course, Kyle Lowry's in a great spot going against Washington. 8,400, but he is 88 on DraftKings. Still, I feel like he give you that 40-45 fantasy point game. So it was more of a cash play, in my opinion, at this price tag. But he's already projected at a 39.9 projection play. But we need more upside. But still, Kyle Lowry's in a great spot here. Another guy I could look into is John Morant, man. Now, last time going in against Houston, 48 fantasy points. Now going against Cleveland, one of the worst teams against point guards. Love this spot for him at 7,800, but he is 8K on DraftKings. Still, on FanDuel, love this price tag, knowing the upside in this play for him. Also, is going to be a great pace, but it's more of a better pace for Cleveland, as they're 98 to Memphis 102.9. So to me, he could give you at least 40 in this, at least 35-40 fantasy point game in this play because of the negative pace of Cleveland. But still good price tag and a good play. Now going for some savings. Now I like Kendrick Nunn, 4,800 on FanDuel. It's too cheap knowing his upside. On DraftKings, they did price him up at 6,200, but that's what as more of a cash play on DraftKings. But you're giving a great play on FanDuel at 4,800 for Nunn. All right, we also got to look into the status. If Harrell's going to be out, he's questionable. But if he's out, plug in Nunn because he's in a great favorable matchup going against OKC here. He had 47-30 in the last 2 games, y'all. So love this play, knowing the upside here. He had 31% usage last game. He's giving you around 24% in usage average. So love this play for Kendrick Nunn here at a great play. All right, let's go to our next spot here at shooting guard. Looking to shooting guard side of things. Now I like DeMar DeRozan, man. He's 8,100 on both platforms. Been crushing it lately. All right, he has great upside against ATLs. He had 45, 49 in the last 2 games. Been crushing it. 51, 45, 62 in the last 3 games. Great play as a 230.5 implied total in this play for today. Great pace as they're 101.9 to ATL's 103.3 in pace for DeMar DeRozan. Love this play him, even with LaMarcus Aldridge. Great correlation with those 2 guys for this slate. All right, another guy I can look into is Bradley Beal at 7,500. All right, hopefully get that limited minutes tag off of him because he's too cheap on both platforms at 75 and 7,600 on DraftKings. Great price, knowing it's going to be a high implied total here. Great spot for Washington. All right, it's a 102.6 in pace to Toronto's 100.2. Love this play as he's a 38.4 projection with a 5.1 value play. If he gets some more minutes, man, we got to look into that because he had 27 in the last two games. So he has potential to blow up. All right, let's look to some more savings here. Of course, Norman Powell's a good play. If Van Vliet is out, like I stated before, he's 4,800 on FanDuel. It's too cheap, but he has 55 on DraftKings. But still, love this price tag on FanDuel if he gets to start in this play for today. He had 24, 32 in the last 2 games. He could definitely give you that 35 and up in this play, as Washington's the worst team against shooting guards. All right, so love that spot for Powell. Let's look into our small forwards. All right, going back to the well here with Tobias Harris, man. He had a tough matchup against Brooklyn, but he smashed with that 54 fantasy point game. Great upside. Without Embiid, you already know he is that beneficiary when he's out. So he's another great play. He's too cheap on FanDuel. FanDuel's been real generous with a price tag at 6,700, but on DraftKings, I think we're looking at 8,300 on DraftKings, but that's more of a cash play in my opinion on DraftKings, but on FanDuel it's too cheap at 67 with a 34.3 projection play for Tobias Harris here. All right, Chicago's real depleted and don't really see anybody stopping him. They're 20th against the position as well. Great spot for Tobias Harris in this play for today. All right, also another good spot is OG Anunoby. All right, he's 4,800 on FanDuel, but he is 52 on DraftKings. Still a great price. Like I stated before, he has potential upside without Van Vliet. I think Sycam is back in, so Sycam getting limited minutes is going to help him to get some more minutes on the court here. So he's already projected for 26 projection with a 5.4 value play. So OG's in a good spot here at this price tag on FanDuel. All right, let's look on power forwards. All right, power forwards, you got to look into LaMarcus Aldridge, like I stated before, with DeMar DeRozan, man. Too cheap. 6,600 is too cheap, man. Going against ATL, they're 27th against the position and their worst team overall, man. Good spot for him. All right, as he is 71 on DraftKings. Still great price tag, knowing what he can do. 36, 37, 48, 47, 39 in the last 5 games against ATL. Great price and great upside in this play for Aldridge. So something you could definitely consider at this price tag is Aldridge. All right, looking for some more savings. Let's see what we could look into. I mean, I like Cleaver, but we got to look into Porzingis if he's going to play today. Al Horford's in another good spot here against Chicago as they're 30th against the position. I mean, he's going to be starting, so you already know how Chicago is against opposing centers. Great price, 7,100, 75 on DraftKings. Stepping it up, man. You're getting out of that slump. 41 last game, 35, 39, 43 in the last 4 games, crushing it. And a great play against Chicago here. So love this spot on both DraftKings and FanDuel for Al Horford. Let's go to our last play at center. All right, like I stated before, Al Horford's in a smashing spot on center, but he is power forward eligible. So love that play for him. Another guy I like will be Marc Gasol here at 5K, but he's 48 on DraftKings. Still a good spot here. I'm not sure if he's going to be starting, but he had that 31 minutes last game with 32 fantasy points. So he's a great fantasy point monster. All right, so he's got good minutes if he does well, man. So going against Washington, he could crush it, man. He had 29, 49, 50, 30 in the last 4 games against Washington. Coming out from that injury, man. Hopefully he gets the ball rolling, give you at least 30 fantasy points in this play. Another guy does a great play for him for today. Of course, you got to look into if Dean's going to play or not. I'm sorry, if Towns going to play or not, because even if Towns plays, Towns is in a great spot against Indiana at Indiana. He balls out, giving you at least 60 burgers in the last 2 games. So we got to look into if Towns going to play or not, but nonetheless, Dean's in a good spot at a cheaper play at 5,100, but he is 56 on DraftKings. All right, so those are my plays so far for today. If you like the plays, give it a thumbs up. Any questions or concerns with your lines, comment below using Draft Dashboard tools. So you want access, click the link in the description. You got access to the NBA cheat sheet to give you the best plays of the slate without doing research. You have access to your sleepers and your studs. Click on your watch players, access to your player pool, and to my picks up top. Click that button for either DraftKings or FanDuel. Make quality lines. Also added in the lineup optimizer, the GPP and cash lineup selection. So check that out as well. So I love y'all, man. You have a great start of the weekend, and y'all be blessed. It's Middle DFS, and I'm signing out.